Welcome to our story time on Facebook Live. Today we have a special treat for you. It's going to be so wonderful. But first, before we get started, we're just going to make sure that we do a little bit of announcements, okay? So don't forget to go onto our website, your hondo-texas.org/library and register. Your 4 points are going to come on the screen. Really important. Register for your program. Don't forget to pick up your craft packet and watch us on Facebook Live and comment. That all enters you into a weekly prize drawing, okay? The other announcement is our virtual zombie run. Don't forget about that. You can register. You go onto our library website. You will have the registration button so you can participate in a virtual zombie run, or you can donate. You can donate all the way up to October 31st, okay? And the next thing is our trunk or treat. Don't forget about our trunk or treat. That's going to be at the Rick Taylor Center, and you get to drive through. There's going to be a virtual costume contest that you get to take a picture of your costume and upload it. So that will be lots of fun. You get to stay safe and still pick up your candy. Okay, and the last thing before we hand it over to our big surprise guest is your craft. If you look at it right here, you're going to be making a pumpkin face with toothpicks. I said that wrong. With popsicle sticks. With small and large popsicle sticks. You have your paint, you have your marker, you have your popsicle sticks, everything you need to make your little pumpkin face. Okay, Lorena, if you'll show them, you have in your craft packet, you have your how-to also. So you get to do that and have lots of fun. Okay, so now we have a surprise guest. They're going to be reading to you. Who is that? That's Miss Debbie.
Good morning,
That's
everyone.
right.
I am so happy to see you. I have missed you. As you know, I moved to California, and if you don't know where that is, get mommy or grandma to look for maps on the phone and find where California is, and then you can see where Hondo is. So you know that I haven't forgotten you. I've just moved to a different place. But today I am back, so I wanted to sing some songs with you that we used to do together, and then read a book. So Miss Tina and Miss Elsie were nice enough to let me be a guest reader today. But first we need to sing. All right, close to Halloween, so let's try the Itsy Bitsy Spider. I know that this is a shout out to Kate Peterson because she loves this song. So everyone, are you ready? Get your spiders out. Here we go. The itsy bitsy spider climbed up the water spout. Out came the rain and washed the spider out. Soon the sun was there and dried up all the rain, and the itsy bitsy spider climbed up the spout again. Good job, everyone. Good job. Another favorite I know that we used to do when I was here was the hokey pokey. So if Miss Debbie can get out of the chair again. Are you ready? Do you remember which is your right foot? Which one is right? Put your right foot in, put your right foot out, put your right foot in, and shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Left foot, left. Remember? Put your left foot in, put your left foot out, put your left foot in, and shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. 2 more. Put your right arm in, put your right arm out, put your right arm in, and shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Let's try our left. Which one is your left? It's kind of tricky because I'm going the wrong way. This is the left. Are you ready? Put your left arm in, put your left arm out, put your left arm in and shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Good job, everyone. I'm so proud and happy to hear you singing. We have another story song you can sing. We're going to read so you can see the book. This one is called The 5 Little Pumpkins, and they're sitting on a gate. The 5 little pumpkins sitting on a gate. The first one said, "Oh my, it's getting late." The second one said, "There are witches in the air." The third one said, "But we don't care." Look at him, he's the big pumpkin there, isn't he? The fourth one said, "Let's run and run and run." There's some bats in the background, and he's so happy, he's ready to go. The fifth one said, "I'm ready for some fun." 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pumpkins sitting on a gate. Ooh, went the wind, and out went the lights. And the 5 little pumpkins rolled out of sight. All right, this is the 5 little pumpkins. So let's see what our storybook is today. It's called The Very Best Pumpkin. It's written by Mark Moulton and illustrated by Karen Good. Who is the illustrator? That's the person that draws the picture. All right, let's see. Maybe this is a book that you would want to check out. On a winding country lane and over the rolling hill, you'll find Pumpkin Hollow Farm, where a young boy named Peter lives with his grandparents, Mimi and Pawpaw. What do you call your grandparents? I'm Nana. In the spring, they grow plump and juicy strawberries, and in the summer, corn, crisp and sweet as honey. But it's in the fall that Mimi and Pawpaw's farm produces the most wonderful crop of all. Yum. There he is eating corn on the cob. We have a maize field here where there was corn. I used to live in the middle of a cornfield when I was in Hondo. Look at this little mouse hiding in there. Pumpkins, big pumpkins, small pumpkins, short pumpkins, tall pumpkins. They grow pumpkins in every shape and size. Have you been to a pumpkin patch where you get to pick out your own pumpkin and take it home? One summer not so long ago, as Peter was tending his pumpkins, he spotted a long curly-Q vine that he hadn't noticed before. It twisted and traveled all the way before the edge of the field. Curious, Peter followed where it went. You see this? A curly-Q. The vine is still going. Cautiously, he clambered over the pumpkin and over another one, and after he trailed the vine into the nearby meadow. Still goes. There's a ladybug watching. Carefully, Peter cleared the weeds so the pumpkin could enjoy some sunshine, and then he loosened the soil around the plants and gave it some water. Every day that followed, when Peter had finished tending to all the other pumpkins that grew side by side in the field, he hurried out to the meadow to visit his very lonely little pumpkin. See, brought some water out there, loosening the soil. Caution, pumpkin growing. Put a sign there in case anybody came by. He wanted to make sure they saw it because it was so small. He was going to make it big. Peter was so busy that summer that he didn't notice that a new family had moved in next door to Mimi and Pawpaw's farm. Peter's new neighbor, her name was Meg, spent most of her time alone. reading under a tree at the far edge of her yard. She's reading a book. It's called The Secret Garden. That's one of my all-time favorite books. When you get bigger, you'll want to read The Secret Garden. One afternoon, as Meg was reading, she heard a noise in the meadow next door. She peeked around just in time to see Peter as he bent over to care for his special pumpkin. Day after day, Meg quietly watched, and little by little, Peter's pumpkin grew. It grew larger and larger and rounder and plumper and began to change colors from yellow to green and finally to a deep, dark orange red that glowed in the summer sun. Look at it. It was the most beautiful pumpkin that Meg had ever seen. This is Mrs. Clark, his teacher. This is the county fair. Looks like someone won a ribbon. And there are signs that say hayrides and taffy apples in the corn maze. So that might be like the maze in our town. He had one as well. Soon the leaves began to change and the days grew shorter and cooler, and folks began to arrive at Mimi's and Papa's farm to select their favorite pumpkin. Peter helped his teacher, Mrs. Clark, choose a pretty little pumpkin for her desk at school. Peter proudly showed Officer Bailey a big pumpkin in the middle of the field. It would look dandy on the steps of the police station in town. And Miss Jane, the librarian, thanked Peter after helping her pick just the right pumpkin for her award-winning pie. Peter helped pumpkin after pumpkin find a good home, but he was saving one pumpkin. What pumpkin do you think that was? His special pumpkin, the best pumpkin of them all. Late one afternoon, Meg and her parents came by the farm to pick their pumpkins. Peter watched as Meg stepped gingerly into the field and began to search. She peeked under the giant leaves and crawled over the rambling vines and carefully stepped between pumpkin after pumpkin, but she couldn't seem to find just the right one. Meg looked here and she looked there. She looked everywhere. Just as she was about to leave, someone stepped up behind her. "I think I might know where to look," Peter said. Peter guided Meg past all the pumpkins in the field until they came upon the wandering vine. "Follow me," he said. They followed the vine to the meadow where Peter's pumpkin grew. "This one's very best," Peter said. "Oh, it's beautiful," Meg cried. Meg shyly told Peter how she had been there all along, watching him give care to his pumpkin. "I knew you were there," Peter confessed. "That's why I'd like for you to have this pumpkin." Together, Meg and Peter carried their pumpkin across the field to show Meg's parents. Autumn turned into winter and winter into spring, and soon it was summer once again, and Peter was busy tending a crop of new pumpkins that grew side by side with his friend Meg. Every day they cleaned the weeds and tilled the soil and watered the field. Have you ever planted a garden? Look. And just like that, the pumpkins, their friendships grew and grew and grew. This is the story called The Very Best Pumpkin. Maybe it's a book that you would like to check out. And we have so many more books. So your parents and your grandparents, your caregivers can find a book for you to read. Please register. Please, please, please come by so you can get a packet to make art supplies. It is so awesome to see you guys again. Bye-bye.